and the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown letter.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Man, Rob, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, boy. We got coffee content for you today. We got a whole bunch of clips, man, some crazy clips that like exposed a lot of stuff. But I noticed now, since we got internet and all the technology, right, that they can't get away with nothing, boy. They scrubbing the internet of that Charlie Kirk's assassination because too many people exposing them for AI, all kind of stuff. They got all kind of stuff going on in that, right? They exposing the ring, jumping the finger. They exposing the black dot jumping up to his neck. They like a lot of weird stuff going on. They exposing the guys in the background shooting gang signs. And we're gonna get into that because there's a lot that some of that go on in the NBA, right? Now, people was asking, is the sports entertainment rigged? Well, based on the research we did, we think so. It's like the whole thing was scripted, man, with the Kirk thing, man, the Captain Kirk thing, because it's too, and they scrubbing like all the videos. They trying to scrub all the videos down where people busted them, right? So it's crazy. So that's crazy that we got internet now. We can catch. We got all the camera. We can catch people slipping. You can't get away really with nothing. If you're a bad guy, bad guys are going down in a new divine plane of truth, right? I'm telling you. So let's roll this fade. We're going to get right into it, man. We're going to bite right down to it. Let's give people time to get in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We're going to roll this first clip for you. Now, this is Charleston White. When they asked him, do you think the game is rigged? Check this out.
You think sports is rigged?
I know it's rigged. I know it's rigged. There's too much money involved in it for it to be organically real. Too much money. Everything is rigged, my nigga. That's why they got a point spread. That's why they got an over and an under. That's why they got this team is favored by set. Everything is rigged. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't put those numbers in the papers for you to know.
You think sports is rigged?
I know it's rigged.
Charleston White got a good point there on the number spread, right? Now, if you don't like Charleston White and you don't believe him, we're gonna bring some guys from the NBA. But before we play those guys, right? Hold on. I gotta make sure I got this other video. It's a video I want to show you though. That's crazy. That's real crazy. Hold on. We're gonna play this other video first, but we also gonna show you this. Let's show you this video of Shaquille O'Neal talking about that they knew that they was gonna play Indiana in the seventh game before the playoffs even started. That Phil Jackson had told him, and that's what I'm saying. Like Phil Jackson, man, now I'm starting to find out all them rings that Phil Jackson had could be allegedly stripped. Right now, let's play this clip from Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, your rings real?
No.
Oh. So it was scripted. You knew you was getting them.
Of course, all day, every day.
So y'all knew you was getting them that year.
I did.
Yeah.
There's a script.
True story. I never told the story. In the first round, first championship, in the first round, I forget who we're playing. I hear Phil Jackson tell Gary Vitti, hey, get us some hotels in Indiana, because that's where we're going to play in the finals. This was like before game one in the finals, and like it didn't hit me until we got to Indiana.
Or maybe he just knew that they were the best team in the East.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard the man say. We haven't even played one game yet. They were back at the meeting. He's like, yeah, get us some, hotel rooms in Indiana. I don't want to stay in Indiana. I want to stay on the, outside of Indiana.
Are you happy they cast you in the role of Shaquille O'Neal?
Yes, I'm very, very happy. And I'm glad we beat Reggie Miller.
Now, if you think Shaq making it up, now I'm gonna show you something else. Look, go back to when Phil Jackson was coaching Michael Jordan. Them. Let me play this clip, right? Where they said that they were calling. They played the referees off to call certain stuff on certain players just so they could throw the game. Watch this.
I got ejected for telling the ref, like, fam, I saw Netflix. I was spotlighted in my actual game.
Yeah.
I fouled out. I had like 6 points. I fouled out. Me fouling out with 6 points as the franchise player, I'm getting called a play along. You got to play the game. But when you think about it, it's like, how many games was this happening?
When you're hired into the league, you think everything is done based on the rules, how they're written in the rule book. You quickly learn if you're going to survive, that's not the way things are done.
I got ejected for telling the ref, like.
All right, so you heard they were paying, and then that come to find out that referee was making bets on the same games that he was calling on, and he was in with the mob. They made a whole documentary about that, right? Now, if you think that's crazy, let me show you this clip of Kevin Durant getting gang signs through from a guy from the crowd, and he saying, "No, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it." Right? Watch this, man. This is crazy.
This shit rigged. Look at this shit. He just gave him the signal. He like, nah, I can't even do it. He like, you got to. Can't even do it.
Let's run it back one more.
Rigged. This shit rigged. Look at this shit. He just gave him the signal. He like, nah, I can't even do it. He like, you got to. Can't even do it.
So that was one of their guys. They call him the switch, right? He like a switch. He the one that get a signal, just like they did in the Kirk joint in the background, right? Give somebody a signal saying, "Hey, man, you gotta throw this game, or you gotta do this," right? So it's 2025. All the truth is rolling out. It's starting to look like the rest, the other sports starting to look like wrestling now, script like wrestling. Right? Let's go to the next one. Watch this right here.
But I will say this: there was one game where Allen Iverson threatened Steve Javie, and we felt as a staff he should have been suspended, but he was only fined $25,000. I had the next game, and the two referees and myself in the morning meeting decided that Allen Iverson, although he carries the ball all the time and it's never called, we were going to enforce that rule against him that night. And we went out in the first half and we all each took a turn. We had a pact. We're all going to call a palming violation on him, and we did that. And I did tell, Tommy to bet against Denver that night. And Iverson came up to me during the free throw and he said, "Tim, how long is this going to go on for?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You know what I'm talking about." And I just smirked and he smirked, and he knew it was, he was going to have a problem for the next couple of games for what he did.
So pretty much they was calling plays against Iverson after that he had got into it with a referee. So do we think the whole thing, like it could be 50-50, man? Like the whole thing couldn't be but based on what he said that they called down the NBA, if the NBA head guy is calling down, telling people what to do and script out, that get crazy, right? Let's watch this next one. We're gonna take the comments in a minute. Right? And then look, Kobe was talking too much right then to check that out. And then all of a sudden he tried to go to China and set up his own NBA league in China. And they said, no, we can't have that. They put him out of business, allegedly. Right? Now, let's play this next clip. That was interesting because Shaq also confirmed the Lakers winning that Phil Jackson told them that they was going to win against Indiana. Check this out right here.
To a 14-point lead at one point, but it's down to 5. What changed those last few minutes for you guys?
You want me to be honest with you?
Yes.
The guys with the whistles.
You can't get too close to Michael. It's a foul.
We shot like I was like, listen, the closeout game is the hardest game in your life. And they be like, why? And I can't say.
I remember we were about to play Game 7, 2012. So we were about to play the Celtics or whatever.
Game 7.
So I'm hyped as hell. I'm like, yeah, bro, we got a Game 7. Like, woo out the bam. Like, this is going to be lit. So Eldon's like, you know we're going to have to win by 15 just to win by 1. So I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, this is the NBA, it's entertainment. Like
every time we match up against y'all really wasn't scared, so we had to work. Yeah. And that's why we took y'all to Game 7 where we beat y'all on y'all floor.
Yeah. No, it was just, all it took was you and some dirty reps.
Knew that they had an agenda in which we wasn't part of the agenda. The agenda was Miami.
I remember Sterling actually our coach came along and he said, you guys don't be upset, but I've been told to take y'all out after the first 5 minutes of the game because Sterling wanted to see David Robinson keep the scoring title in the West because he didn't want Shaquille O'Neal to get the scoring title in the East.
I remember when he hit 60 or something like that.
He had 70.
70.
He had 70. He had 43
Timeout. So that game was fixed. He told y'all that y'all not going to play because he want them
took us out. And if you go back and watch that game, we didn't play after that.
I remember Dave Robinson.
And I remember walking off the bench
but I don't know
the end of the game, and I'm like, I'm out. They can't offer me enough. I'm done.
You are done.
See, look, that's when Dominique Wilson wanted to get out the NBA once he found out it was rigged. So man, it's a lot of stuff going around. The guys, inside guys, saying that it was rigged. Let me get a look at the comments. Man, look, so I got plenty more. I got plenty more. We're gonna roll a couple more, man. But what y'all think so far, man? People saying there's some look fishy. The mob could be tied in with this. Remember Michael Jordan went down for the gambling scandal when he was in what it was, Chicago. The gambling scandal involving his father when he won a championship. They saying that all them championships were staged. Michael Jordan, but allegedly, because Phil Jackson was the best director. Phil Jackson was one of the best directors. Listen to him in the NBA, not a coach, a director. He one of the best directors. I can't see this thing in the way. It says he knows. I can't see the thing what he's saying. He's got it blocked out. That's crazy. All right, roll that next one, man. Look, check this out. We're gonna roll a couple more clips, and then we're gonna
to explain this for me. This is the video of Charlie Kirk getting shot. You see, he's got like.
Hold on. I don't want to play that one because that's gonna be on my other video where we break down what happened.
It's gonna happen right around here. This edge, number 58. Number 58 is gonna have him dead to rights, and then he's gonna fucking avoid him and fall over. Watch. Watch. What was that? What the fuck was that?
See, that dude specifically did not hit that guy because they all got scripts. One NBA dude said that when he got signed into the draft, they handed him a packet, and in the packet it had a script in the packet that said that he gonna get injured, and be out for the rest of the season, that first year. But he's still gonna get paid. So do you think when D Rose was getting all them injuries and they was like on him and he was just wasn't saying nothing, that his injury was staged? Do you think D Rose injuries was staged when he was in Chicago? And they kept on getting over. Yeah, I got some on the NBA. I got some on the NFL too. Watch, let me roll one on the NFL. It's about to get crazy. I got some good clips. It's about to get crazy up in a minute. Let me show you this NFL game ball magnet thing. Watch this.
Computer chips inside the game balls. Don't believe me? Google it. Now, I discussed in my last video that I believe that these computer chips can be turned into an electromagnet, and thus you can have the ball be manipulated with magnets and technology and cause, let's say, a field goal that was gonna be good to bounce off the uprights instead. Now, this isn't the only way that this technology is being used. I also believe that this very same magnetic technology is being implemented into the players' gloves, especially wide receivers, making all those awesome one-handed catches that they routinely seem to make.
All right, so you see that, right? The magnets in the ball joint. Cause I saw on that New Orleans game, I said, man, the way they how close he is, he gotta hit that. You know what I'm saying? And then it go wide left, wide right. I said, man, something don't look right about that. And now we find they put magnets in the balls. It's getting crazy out here, right? Let's roll a nothing. If you think that's crazy, let's roll a nothing.
I remember Sterling came. I mean, actually, our coach came along. He said,
Watch. It's going to happen right around here.
Football.
Yeah, and I done heard that a lot. I done heard that in the NFL happening to players. I done heard that in the NBA happening to the players, where they've had an incentive in their contract and they hit the incentive, but they got a ref right there. Cause look, how much you think they gonna pay that ref for throwing that off? Look, they got to pay him $600,000. Hey, pay this ref $20,000. And we can save our $600,000. Right? That's crazy, right? How they played that dude out of his money. That happened a lot, though. It's a whole bunch of stories like that where he got played out of his money. Right? Watch this one right here.
Manipulated. When you talk about Dick Bavetta in 2002, I don't know if you remember the famous Lakers-Sacramento Game 6, right? Yep. He openly said to a lot of us that he was the NBA's go-to guy. He was put on Game 6s to make sure they went to a Game 7, and that was one of the most games in the history of the NBA. Yes, yep. And when you talk about 3 referees supposedly making so many mistakes in a conference final game, where in America can you perform at that level in your job so poorly and still go to the next level and ref in the NBA Finals and get another bonus of $20,000? If they were so bad and the league was so upset, you think that they would have not moved to the next round, but they advanced to the next round and got paid for it.
Why? Because the referees is the ones that get playing and throwing the game. Some of the referees, and that guy got busted, man. They got a whole, like I said, they got a whole documentary on the guy.
With the referees, that's why I was just saying, as I got older, I didn't have to do all the cussing or come with attitudes. No, I'm just hitting them with logic now. Like, oh, so y'all got that email last night, huh? Oh, then they flare all up. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I know about y'all email shit. No, let's not forget that. I know about that. Man, look, it's been an ongoing
you're
war.
Referring to emails from the league with, this is what we discussed in Whistleblower, but emails from the league that are telling the referees to officiate the game in a certain way and against certain players.
Yeah.
And so you were cognizant of that at the time.
Oh, yeah, I was very, because to me, I saw it. And he'll tell you what I always used to say, y'all making it too obvious.
I thought he was crazy.
Y'all making it too obvious, too blatant. Y'all making it too obvious. I said, y'all want the fans to be able to watch the games, but y'all sitting up here calling a lot of these bullshit calls is doing what? Slowing down the game. Y'all want the fans to see the dunks and all that shit. Yeah. So call that shit both ways or don't call that shit at all.
Yeah, they scared of the geometrics because that's gonna get ready to make them broke. So they coming up. What they trying to do is to counter the geometrics. They using AI to set the bets where the house always win. Keep in mind, it's always set for the house to win. It don't matter. This is how this game rigged, man. The game been rigged. The house gonna win most of the time. Anybody that in the bet game that been for 1,000, 10,000 years, the house always win, man. The overall, you know what I'm saying? In betting, check this out.
NBA is sort of low-key rigged, you know? Really? Yeah, why does that surprise any NBA fan? I don't know how many times you could watch a game, a team goes up by 20, right? And then all of a sudden, ticky-tack foul, they're in the penalty, the other team's going to the line. Their job's to get it down to about 5 to 7 at halftime. And then an ESPN talking head then comes on and goes, I'll tell you right now, I'm really concerned about that team that used to be up by 20 and is now only up by 5, and it gives you this idea, oh, well, what's going to happen? First half of the third quarter is for the players, and then the referees assess what they need to do and make it come down to the final 2 minutes. So you watch the first quarter, they let the teams play. Second quarter belongs to the refs, and from half of the third quarter on. That's just my belief. I've said it is rigged forever. And when a mobbed up ref came out, you know, people still, it's just one guy.
Yeah, that one guy is just the one guy that got busted, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the betting thing, like I say, the house always win. People get lucky and go on a run. Some people win all the time with that system you're talking about, and that is the system you got to keep in mind. This rigged system has got to go down. So that system was created to take that system down. The geometric system was created to take that system down. But like I said, they trying to counter that system because AI, they thinking that, oh yeah, well, AI is smarter than that system. And pretty much that's an AI system too as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this, man. It's just like wrestling. All of them just like wrestling. You got to go out here, you got to slam the guy, you got to pick him up. You know what I'm saying? Fondle him a little bit, slam him on it's all scripted. It's all scripted, man. I got more clips that I didn't get a chance to load up where NBAs, like I said, some people in NFL guys are saying they got handed a packet when they went into the draft and signed up or whatever team they signed with, and they got handed a script of how their career is gonna go. And I said, wow, that's interesting. I remember my cousin Bobo used to say that when he played for who that was, I think it was Tampa Bay. It might have been Tampa Bay when he was playing with. It might have been the Patriots or Tampa Bay. I can't remember which one it was, but Tom Brady was on the same team with him. And he said Tom Brady used to get like a $10, $12 million check every Tuesday or whatever. They get paid every week, I think he said. And he was getting and then he used to leave $3-4 million. It was like $3-4 million checks in his locker. Tom Brady was getting paid, man. I'm telling you. So don't but it's all scripted and rigged, man. And they signed contracts not to really release it. But I guess since Shaq been out there in the NBA so long, Shaq dropping a lot of little stuff out there. Like I said, we really going into the sun cycle, the sun phase. We're going out of the moon phase. So all that them lies and cover-ups, they can't cover up nothing no more. Just like the Charlie Kirk thing. Everybody exposing them. Everybody running the film in slow motion. Like I said, ever since Bill Cooper told us that Kennedy got shot by the driver, hey, y'all messed up when y'all told the people that, because now they looking for anything. They ain't looking for what you telling them. They looking for something else. They ain't looking for the guy on the roof that took off running and got down. We saw him. Right. But what about some just came trying to dust? Some just But what about the guy standing next to him that had something under his arm? What about the guy doing the signs? What about the other guy that had the phone turning it and then he did a sign with his hat? Just like the dude just gave a sign with his hat to Kevin Durant to do something, allegedly throw the game or rig the game. Right? Everything scripted, man. Remember I told you everything here is a script. When you go to join the police, they hand you a script. They call it a job, what they call it, conduct, code of conduct. That's what they call it. So when you join the NBA, they hand you a code of conduct. When you join the NFL, they hand you a code of conduct. When you join the Major League Baseball League, they hand you a code of conduct. When you go work for Walmart, they hand you a code of conduct. Anywhere you go to get a job, because that's what it is. NBA is a job for these guys. They doing this to make a living. So it's all a job, a job, right? And remember what happened to Job, right? So they going to get a job, and on that job, it's a script. It's always a script, and they gonna hand it to you right when you sign up to get down with them. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, Tom Brady, the Bradys. You know about the Bradys, right? The Bradys connect back with the royal family of the Fugolords. See, it's a group of beings called the Hillbillies. The Hillbillies connect back with the Huguenots, right? The Huguenots, right, connect back with the Dirty Moors and the Fugolords. Who they doing videos saying that they found kidnapped the dude from behind the ice wall. Because they know when they talking about behind the ice wall, like, you know what I'm saying, they talking about the earth has a center city called Shambhala, Ariga. And it's advanced cave systems all around the world that leads to these places and underground cities, right? Because the mantle and crust and all that is only like about 800 to 1,000 miles thick. The rest is all city, a whole nother world on the inside of your planet, right? And so they running this game. They running this. Yeah, hey, Tom Brady had a script. His script was to win a certain amount of Super Bowls. Because look, they can't let no Nubian brother be the greatest quarterback to ever live. They had to script other brothers out, like Warren Moon and these other brothers who were breaking records. Warren Moon, they had to take down Michael Vick because he had broke the Russian record for quarterback in the most. It's all scripted, man. Just like they had to take Tiger Woods down with all his masters in it. They had to come and script something with Tiger Woods get scripted out. It's all rigged, man. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, Randall Cunningham. You remember Randall Cunningham was breaking records. They had to script him out. Earl Campbell. And what's the other brother name? Walter Payton. Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was a bad brother, man. And they had to script that brother out. Script his come back in Cam Newton. They had to get rid of Cam Newton because Cam Newton was going to break some records, and they had to shut him down. Look, it's still white supremacy in the NFL. Don't fool yourself. It's white supremacy in the NBA, the NFL. I'm telling you, man. They created the Larry Birds. Larry Bird was one of us, really, though. I'm telling you. But they created these guys. Herschel Walker, you remember Herschel Walker? He was gonna have it for a while. But the sad part about it is the running back record is hard for them boys to get because they ain't tough enough. They can't find no tough enough guy like that ain't from us to be a running back. You gotta be a tough guy to be a running back. No, yeah, you saw how they did OJ. They did OJ dirty. But just keep in mind, all of this is entertainment. They call it entertainment. They trying to tame the into you. They trying to occupy the into you. Because they know that the real you's on the inside. So they want to keep the real you entertained. They want to keep you inside of this three-dimensional construct. But now Ain't nothing you can do about it. We're going into we're going into a higher frequency, a higher plane of reality called the divine plane of truth. Doc out already put it out, told us about this plane called the divine plane of truth, where all truth must be told and false things must go. So now everything being exposed. I mean, they really exposed the Charlie Kirk thing, man. It's all over, and they trying to scrub the internet bad right now to take down all the videos where people are exposed. So they pretty much running out of food source, like you say, brother. They trying to suck up the energy, right? Awaken one. They really running out of food source. Their food source is negative, lying, trying to trap us into this make-believe wonderland with all this fake. You can't trick us no more, man. Old Lou running out of moves. He ran out of moves, man. Old Lou ran out of moves. You can't trick these kids no more. These ain't the same kids. These are the kids that say, oh, no, hold on, man. Hold on. You got it behind your back. I'll tell you, like, hey, look, when Hakeem them they still little, right? But when they was babies, I used to try to do like a trick on them and hide something. They said, nah, well, you got it behind your back. I said, man, how he know that? He ain't see, like, how the tricks they used to get us with, they can't get the kids no more with them same tricks. They more faster, they more intelligent, they more brilliant. I'm telling you, man. And then, like, even, like, it's a different day and time now, man. So if you're gonna bet on the NFL or whatever these sports games are, shout out my baby kids in the building. You know what I'm saying? If you got an inside scoop on on the rig, if you got an inside scoop on the rig, you know what I'm saying? Put your boy on with it. Cause hey, the guys that got the inside scoop on the rig is the guys that's getting paid now. But Las Vegas is just it. It's lost because the house always wins. I worked at the casino. Remember I worked at the casino and I was a security guard. And it's the dude that used to come and fix the machines and set and tone the machine. They call it tone the machines, where he set it to 60-40. That means 60-40 means the house wins 60, the people win 40. Right? So one day I was gonna get on the elevator with this guy. I was escorting him to his to the rig room, right? Where he go back and adjust the machines. And so me, you know how I am, student of Malachi. So I wiggled out. I kind of wiggled out of him a little information about what was going on, and that's when he told me that, hey, well, on Monday through Wednesdays, the machines are rigged 30-70. That means that the house wins 70%, the people win 30% on Monday through Wednesdays. Then on Thursday, they up the percentage, and then on weekends they up the percentage higher for what? But the house always never win no lower than 60%, right? And I was like, dang. And then even when you on the card tables, when they on the card tables and you winning, they'll switch the deck out on you, switch dealers out on you, to try to stop you from winning. It's all rigged, man. And now that ain't rigged. If you winning and they say, oh no, we got to stop the game because he winning too much, let's give him a whole nother card deck. Let's give him a whole nother dealer. If that's rigging the game. Why one winning, you go stop the game and say, oh, we got to switch everything up. If I was the person that was playing, I'd say when they want to switch the deck up, I'd get the hell on. But I say, oh no, man, y'all trying to rig me. Give me my money. I'm good. Soon as they come switching the deal. I'm telling you, I used to watch this the whole time. I was a security guard at the casino at 2 different casinos. And so that is all rigged, man. Yeah, they got OJ good. They set OJ up for stealing his own equipment. You know what I'm saying? Stealing his own Heisman or whatever. She was crazy, right? But so NBA, the NFL, allegedly, for YouTube purposes, from well, we can't say allegedly, the guys that was in the NBA saying that is rigged. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let LeBron James get them 6 rings, though, is it? Because that ain't in his script. That was in Michael Jordan's script. That wasn't in his script. You know what I'm saying? And then they trading players. They trading players, right? and then they some kind of way finagle their way into a first round draft picks for trading certain players. Like it's saying like it's rigged, man. Like we ain't gonna say no names because you know how they be. But it's all rigged behind the scenes, man. It's all a magical, illusional trick that's going on. We got any questions before we get up out of here, man? We just wanted to bring that to you. We got more coming. We're gonna try to have that Nana Part 6 out. We're gonna try to have that Nana Part 6 out by this evening. We already got the words done, like they already written up. We just got to put the pictures to it. Yeah, see, look, like I said, they got rid of Kobe. They got rid of Kobe because, like I say, Kobe was trying to start his own league in China, and they weren't going to let that happen. Kobe, because a lot of players, Kobe would have got a lot of players. A lot of players looked up to Kobe. Kobe would have got a lot of good players coming over there, getting better deals, and then boom, that would have messed up their whole operation. This is you're talking about $1 trillion operation. Charlie Kirk got exposed. They put a book out. How is Amazon putting a book out 2 days before Charlie Kirk's assassination, before Charlie Kirk got assassinated? Man, who do these people think we are? Who do these people think we are nowadays, man? What's gonna happen next? And then Trump don't look like he was upset about it. And he really ain't spoke on it. You notice Trump ain't really spoke on it. Has he spoke on the Charlie Kirk? I haven't seen no video of him speaking on the Charlie Kirk's assassination. I saw him. Matter of fact, we saw him the same night at a baseball game, pumping his fist, chilling, having drinks, kicking it, like ain't nothing ever happened. He wasn't nervous or nothing. I'm telling you, man. Somebody said if you find a clip of Trump talking about the Charlie Kirk, send it to me, man. We ain't seen it yet. So why ain't the president talking about his close homeboy get took out? Let's see, we're part of the play. I don't know, man. We don't know what to believe. We ain't trying to believe no more. We looking for we finding whatever. We looking for the evidence. Yeah, right. They trying to trade. I forget his name to the Mavericks. So at the late because they finna get rid. They know your blonde finna get ready to retire, right? So the Lakers could get the first round draft pick. The Lakers gonna get the first round draft pick. Just for trading that one guy. I can't think of his name right now. Drop it in the chat. Bay. So it's all rigged, man, and hacked, man. Yeah, the white hats, the small hats, and the tall hats involved with this. No, the tall hats, JP Morgans and the Rockefellers, and then the small hats are the Rothschilds and these other guys. Really, the Rothschilds really not even small hats. They really frugal lords, portraying themselves to be small hats. The small hats look like you and I. The real small hats look like you and I. And they hide underground and use these guys, the frugalord guys, as they strawmans and puppet guys and illusionary, what you call the black, what they call scapegoats. Yeah, that's his name, right? They trade him. They trade him to the Lakers. I mean, to Dallas, right? So that Lakers get the first round draft pick. Yeah, see, it's like how did that happen? I just like when they did that during the year when Patrick Ewing went to the NBA, right? They wanted the Knicks to get the first round draft pick, but the Knicks wasn't supposed to have the first, but they was doing a draft lottery, right? And so they bent the envelope for the Knicks envelope at the end. So when they rolled it and they put it in the ice box, so that when the commissioner grabbed it, he'll know that that's the one for the Knicks, right? And then they'll get to pick Patrick Ewing. It was rigged, man, the whole time. I'm telling you, man, it's been going on for the longest. Like even Michael Jordan kind of got exposed a little bit on how it was rigged. You think Michael Jordan, if he was betting on his own games, he wasn't involved in some kind of rig? I'm telling you, man. He's betting with them all. But we about to get up out of here, man. We're gonna be back. Young TV, your hood anchor, man. Stay tuned. Never have it been made so clear.